Hey, check it out. You're smoking with your boy JoeThunder. This podcast brought to you by bgood Dispensary, our official sponsor. Bringing you the latest and greatest in hip-hop and the arts and cannabis culture. With co-hosts ElvisFreshleee and DJ Sin. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy JoeThunder back once again with another episode of the Smoking with JoeThunder podcast. And if you don't know, I'm really high right now.
Yo,
really.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know, but yeah. Hey, got
Me
the homie
too.
Elvis Freshleee in the building.
This motherfucker's high.
Freshly.
Fresh. Yo, I'm high.
I'm pretty high
Eyes is
too.
red.
Okay, well,
Whoa.
You guys' eyes is red.
yeah, hey, we had one before.
I
you.
got weed in my eye.
Yeah,
I got some weed in my eye.
That's a smoke from
My
Cali.
eyes red.
he is rubbing his eyes after rolling blunts.
Yeah, that fucks me up.
You know what I mean? But we got another solid episode for you. We got a
Banger.
banger for you. You know what I
Coming
mean?
through.
Someone I've been seeing in the town last couple months, just making some moves, doing some shows. You know what I mean? She got a dope ass voice, killing
Thank
the
you, thank
motherfucking
you.
game. Jazzy Wolf in the building. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
We definitely appreciate you
Thank you
coming on
for
by.
coming.
How you doing? Everything good with you?
I'm doing good. Everything is great.
Having a little beverage, a little blunt, a little mama.
Yep, you already know. You know the
Yep.
vibes.
Right. Hey, shout out real quick to bgood Dispensaries. You got to slide through there over there at 11 West Hampden.
Yeah.
Get anything you need, and they're up north.
They got some gas,
114th
y'all.
and Cherokee Street.
Yeah.
Across the highway from Boondocks.
Boondocks.
Yo.
But Jazzy Wolf in the building. Welcome.
I'm here.
Hey,
Yo.
so we were talking earlier.
Yo, hold on. We're missing DJ
Oh, yeah.
Sin.
There you go. I'm so
DJ
sorry.
Sin's not here right now. We got to give her a shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out DJ Sin. You know,
She'll be
that's
back
the girl.
next week.
She'll be
Full
killing
effect.
it. She's in New York right now, holding it down.
Yeah. Shout
killing
out.
it.
But we were talking earlier, and there's a big misperception about you. Everyone always thinks you're not from here, right?
Yeah. They think I'm from California.
Right? Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
You know?
But, you know, I'm actually born and I guess halfway raised in Denver, Colorado. I went to Prairie.
Okay.
Then I went to Cherokee Trails. I went to CT. And then when I was like 15, I moved to California.
Back to Cali.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
Cali.
I guess I always dreamed of living there since I was a little girl. I used to visit a lot. And then my dad got this job and we just kind of moved out there. And I thought I was going to love it. But honestly, I hated it. I was living in Orange County.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't like it. It was like a big switch.
Uh-huh.
Moving from somewhere that was so diverse and then going to a curriculum that was a lot harder and it wasn't really diverse. It was just mostly like white people and Mexicans, but not that many Mexicans, mostly like white people. So it was just so different for me.
Right.
And I always wanted to come back to Colorado.
And that's what you and Elvis were talking about earlier, like the difference between like school here and there. And
Yeah.
you said it was different.
Yeah, it was a lot harder. Like at Cherokee Trails, we had a period schedule. So the schedule that we were on, it was 4 classes a day, different classes every single day. And you had 2 days to do your homework because you had 8 periods altogether, but you did 4 per day.
Right.
So then when I moved to California, I had all my classes in one day. So it was just really overwhelming. And on top of that, I felt like the curriculum was a lot harder, more work, and it was
Right.
just a lot more intensive. I couldn't catch on to it as quick as the other kids.
It was more
So
like
was
laid
just-
back here, where they didn't really comment.
Yeah, it
They
was a
gave a
lot
fuck, but they
laid
didn't give a
back.
fuck.
Yeah. And, you know, we in Colorado, so kids were just different. A lot of kids were already smoking weed.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? In high school, I remember in Cherokee Trails, that's what we used to do. We used to go and smoke.
Where would
And,
y'all go?
Everybody had cars. So, like, we would go in the car and we just blow it down in the car, go back to class.
Yeah.
Smelling
Smell
Rican or
like
not?
weed for sure.
Nah, I wouldn't smell. I would know how to get the smell out. I mean, I never got in trouble. I
Right.
never ever got in trouble for weed, ever, in school. So I knew what I was doing. Then we went out there. I guess the kids were still smoking weed too, but they were doing way more drugs out there. in
They're already
California.
advanced, right?
Yeah, and they
They're
were
on that.
drinking way more. It was easier access to alcohol because they sold it in the stores. I was like, oh my God, I can't keep up with these kids.
Let's go steal that shit, huh?
Yeah, they'd steal it. They'd walk out and they'd break
Literally.
the top off the bottle. No, literally, I couldn't believe it. They walk out with like expensive alcohol
Uh-huh.
and drive off. And the store owner would try to come out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, you guys are crazy. No wonder. That's that Cali shit.
Right. Would you say you're a little more wild out there than you were here, or
No,
did you kinda,
definitely not. I didn't get.
You
I
said,
never
"Fuck that."
got caught up in that. Like I definitely had some times where I went out and I partied a lot and I got to see
Right.
how it was and I just it.
But you
just
didn't make it
wasn't
an
for me.
everyday situation?
I
or
never
every
got
night?
caught up in it.
So,
That's cool.
I definitely could have. It was crazy out there. I was a party with like the college kids, like the way they
Well,
did a lot of drugs, like
yeah.
they got
Yeah,
crazy.
hell
But it
yeah,
just
that shit's
it
crazy
just
in
wasn't me
Cali.
out. For me personally, I always just wanted to make music. I'm always trying to figure out where the artists are, who
Right.
makes
That's
music.
dope.
I always my friends that I would make. I would go to a lot of open mics, you know. So my friends that I would make were just other people who made music. So then we'd like do these jam sessions.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. What kept you away from it? Obviously, is music, right? And how did you get
Music.
into music? Like early age, or
Yeah, I always had love for music. My mom, she played a lot of good music for me. She sang too. She had a good voice. And I guess I always knew I wanted to do music. Like
Right.
always, ever since I was a little girl, it was like my dream. So then when I started to get older and I figured out how to make it myself,
right?
that's when I knew like if I could make it. And people always told me that I was good. And if I just kept to it, I could really be somebody. So it just kept me going too. And I would make these songs that I always feel like were just like hit records. So I was like,
Right.
you know what? If I'm capable of making hit songs and Billboard records, I might as well just keep trying to do it.
How'd you get your first little setup going to record your own shit?
Well, my first setup that I ever got, my dad got it for me as like a Christmas present. It was like this little Studio One.
Okay.
And I used to try to record myself. And then when I left home and I moved out on my own by myself, I had these roommates and they all did music too. So we all kind of invested in studio equipment.
Kind of like pitched in, right?
And we got, we started our own studio. I was like 17 years old. And we started our own studio in San Diego. It was called Grow, Giving Real Opportunities Worldwide. And they used to do an open mic right where we had our studio. It was like a joint thing that we did with other people down there. We like
Like
halfway.
a little collab, like
yeah,
a co-op.
like we all kind of
Kinda
put
like
in and
right
made
here.
the studio together. Yeah, but
The Be
it
Good
was our
studio.
equipment that was in the studio for a long time. But before it was in there, I was lucky enough to, when we were all roommates, I had the best room to have the studio in. So I got to have all the studio equipment in my room.
Okay.
So that's where I kind of started learning how to engineer myself. We had Pro Tools, all the most expensive stuff. We had a Newman U87. So I was recording myself a lot, making a lot of songs. I would have my friends over. I would
Right.
record them.
Little recording
A lot
parties.
of my homegirls that I would have, like the first time they ever recorded was in my room with me.
Oh, that's
me just
dope.
trying to practice on them.
That's dope. You still have some of this music, or
No,
is it
that
lost?
computer ended up crashing,
Uh-huh.
and we lost everything. Damn. Oh, it was really hard. That was like,
No backup.
Yeah,
nothing.
no
I feel like I
backup.
got my heart broke. I cried about it, and then it made me like not very motivated to like
Start
redo
all
all
over?
my songs because I felt like, oh my God, I had it so perfect the first time. Then when I would try to re-record it again, I felt like it wasn't as good as the first time.
Right.
So I just threw all those songs away,
Just started all over.
started all over.
Damn, how many songs do you think you lost?
Man, at least like 20. And then my friends' songs, they lost some of their songs. So it was a lot.
We're
My
talking about
roommates that I was with, they lost their music. Yeah, the computer just like crashed. And we didn't have nothing backed up. So when we got the computer fixed,
Right.
but when we got it fixed, it had to be completely wiped off.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it was horrible.
That was a
Sometimes
sad
I look
day.
at my memories and I see my posts, me talking about it.
Oh, you need to delete those.
And I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'll be talking about how I can't record because even the Mac was down for like a couple weeks before we were able to get it fixed again.
Right.
So it was horrible. But I play the guitar too, so I guess I'd always I just would just do that.
Yeah.
And you're also an engineer now, like you said.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. I get busy living. So if you want to ever book a session, it's right on 27th and Welton, in the East Side and 5 Points.
Make
I'm
it
pretty
happen.
good at it. Roger's the main engineer. He taught me a lot of the stuff I knew. Although I already came with prior knowledge, he just taught me a lot of his little secrets.
Sharpened
Right.
it up.
Yeah. A lot of people know who he is. He's pretty well known in the city. Roger, who is Raj. So, gives me a little bit of credibility when I say he taught me a lot of the stuff I know.
That's dope.
But I really love audio engineering because then it helps me with my music. I get more
Right.
inspired by other people. I get to really be behind the scenes and know how it works. So that way, when it comes time for me to work on my music, I really have the opportunity to perfect it.
Right. You know what to look for.
Because yeah, I mean, you're getting a little piece from everyone coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. That's dope. How long you been? You said you've been recording for a minute, right?
Yeah, I've been recording myself probably since I was like 16, 15, I think was when my dad bought me that little thing. Then when I moved out and I was 17. And then I've been like an audio engineer at Get Busy Living for a couple months now, maybe like 3-4 months. I always been affiliated with Get Busy Living.
Right.
Like behind the scenes, I would always help out a lot. I would like kind of, I guess I was kind of like an intern. I would like help out with their booths. And Mike, the owner of Get Busy Living, he's actually my manager for my music. So he gets me a lot of the shows that I do, a lot of the shows that they promote is Mike's. He's the one that books it for me.
Right.
So.
And you've been getting a lot of shows lately, huh? I've been seeing you. I've been seeing some flyers here and there.
And I gotta give all the most of the I guess really all of it to GBL. They're the ones that's booking all these shows for me and helping me really just bring my music together. Like it's really hard being an independent music and doing stuff by yourself. So I'm lucky to have more people around me now to help me really bring my visions together because I just want to be able to focus on creating.
Right. How did that happen? Putting the team together or getting people to believe in you, you know?
Well, when I was in California, I had a good friend of mine. His name was Noel, and we met. And we met through somebody else named Dante. He had came to visit, and we all kind of got together. And he was like, "I live out in Temecula," and he was an audio engineer. So I was already affiliated with this other studio named Low Life Entertainment. I signed a little deal with them, so I was recording. So I invited him over to my sessions because he was an audio engineer too. And he made beats.
Right.
So he started coming to my sessions and making music with me. And he was also from Colorado, and then we both kind of had the same idea to move back to Colorado around the same time. So we came back here around like last October, and then that's when he started working with GBL again.
Okay.
And then he would invite me over a lot and be in his sessions, and I would start recording there and booking sessions there. And then I kind of started seeing how they worked, and I got cool with Roger. Then I met Mike, and then Mike I kind of just threw it in the air like, hey, you should be my manager. Have you ever thought about being a manager?
Right.
Or what about if you have like a Get Busy Living like label? Like I really could use like artist support because they have all these resources there.
Uh-huh.
And I started playing my music for them, and Mike really believed in my music, and he heard my sound, and he saw my performances. He put me on a couple shows, and he really felt like I had something that was worth him working hard behind and starting to just put his foot in the door with me more and just helping me. He told me he doesn't always go out of his way for a lot of people because he didn't want to waste his time. So he wanted to make sure I was going to have like the work ethic. So I guess when I started doing like shows and really getting prepared, I put together like dancers. And I had all these ideas. That's when he started being like, okay, I'm going to invest more time into her and getting like this team together and getting her support. Cause
like the whole team, like you said, you got like a whole performance. You know what I mean? Dancers, the whole nine.
Yeah, I put some dancers together. We did our little rehearsals. I think this is done. We did our little rehearsals at GBL in their little dance studio, and we performed at this crawfish broil. It was so cool. I think it was one of my best performances, having the dancers behind with me. And then our outfits that we got was actually from the Get Busy Living, the GBL boutique that they have.
Okay.
Everything Charisma. She has some of her clothes in there, and she gave us a discount on her clothes. So then I got it for all the girls, and then we wore our little outfits, and then I had like a custom made. It said Wolf on it.
Tight.
And then after that show, that's when Mike was like, "Okay, I'm ready to get behind you as an artist and start really trying to book you more because now I could really see the vision and you're ready to put in the work."
Right. Another misconception we talked about earlier is everyone always thinks you're a rapper.
Oh yeah, that too. I guess it's my swag. It's people. It's what
that's
I
what you're talking
get.
about earlier. It's the swag.
Yeah, it's my swag, and I guess in some of my lyrics and some of my bars and like and what I say, it comes off kind of rappy, you know.
Do you have people coming up to you want to battle you and stuff or what?
No. When I was in high school, we used to do our little battle raps, you know.
That's what we were talking about. That's kind of how you kind of like.
When I'm with my friends, I can definitely get into it and do like a little freestyle. If I get a little tipsy, it's fun. I have fun with it.
We're gonna have to invite you to a Lazy Sunday, just like a little freestyle session, and get you.
Oh yeah,
Get your little bottle or
Yeah,
so, get a bottle,
definitely.
get it going, have a
Definitely.
good time though.
At my last Wolf Wednesdays open mic, I do an open mic every single Wednesdays, hosted by me, powered by GBL. It's at this place called the Monkey Barrel.
Okay. I've been
And,
seeing that. I was kind of wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's an open mic, so anybody's welcome to get on the mic. You do comedy, music, poetry. You just want to come up and just say anything. You sign up, and the stage is yours for up to 5 minutes, 5 to like 10 minutes sometimes, or 2 songs.
Okay.
And the last couple times I had some people come, and they had like this whole little setup with a beat thing, and then they both played their guitars and they did their music live, and then I just let anybody come up to the mic and just freestyle. So we just did like a freestyle session with the music live, and we had a couple different artists coming up and dropping their little freestyles. I went up in there, I sang some stuff. It was really fun. We're probably going to do it. I don't know about this Wednesday. They said they couldn't make it, but next Wolf Wednesdays we'll probably do another one of those jam sessions. It was a lot of fun.
Definitely have to check it out for sure. That's dope. Being creative like that and just kind of opening your door up to everything. You have your hands in a little bit of everything, it seems like.
Yeah.
Doing little ciphers, little Wolfpack Wednesdays, engineering.
I love it. I love it. I really do love being behind the scenes. Like I've had a lot of like industry kind of jobs where I'm just like, I guess not music industries, but just like
Corporate
sales
job,
and
yeah.
corporate jobs or like business development where I'm just like really like being hands-on with just helping the business run.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just started to use that and apply it to my music. I really do like to be behind the scenes. That's why I'm happy to have a team, so I don't have to do so much of that myself, because it blocks away my creativity when I try to be too hands-on. So now I found a way to like level. I get to do the engineering. I do my Wolf Wednesdays, and then I have my time to just create and just be Jazzy Wolf.
There you go. How did you come up with that name?
Jazzy Wolf?
Uh-huh.
Well, when I moved to California, it was like I'm getting like a new life, so I'm thinking like everybody out here, they call me my real name, and I guess I wanted to have a nickname. So Jazzy is real close to my real name, so I guess I started telling everybody my name is Jazzy, Jazz. So everybody's kind of started calling me Jazzy. And my original artist name was going to be Antonia Monet. But my I guess I never told people that in like real life. That was just like my artist name, So when I told people I did music, I'm like, yeah, but my artist name is Antonia Monet. So then I guess it came a point where I'm like, I'm going to change my artist name to Jazzy. So it was originally just Jazzy. But when I tried to make my Instagram at Jazzy was just taken, so I had to find like an ending. So I put Wolf at the end because it just went. I'm just like, at the time I was just really into wolves. I'm just like, it sounded good. So I just put it at the end. And when I started doing music, I did like a couple podcasts. I did a couple interviews, did a couple shows. People would introduce me as Jazzy Wolf. And they would write, even on like my flyers, they would say Jazzy Wolf. So it's
kind of just stuck.
People started calling me Jazzy Wolf, and I would go places and be like, oh, it's the wolf in the building.
Be howling
so
at
it
you
just,
and shit.
it really started becoming that. So I'm like, man, so then I just
grew into it.
Actually, just like 1 year ago, I officially changed my name on all social media platforms and streaming platforms to Jazzy Wolf, because it was originally just going to be Jazzy. But I felt like the people they saw the wolf in me.
Yeah.
They know the wolf didn't come to play.
Nice, that's dope.
So I just had to make it just a thing, and he tattooed a wolf right here on my arm. Probably gonna get a bunch more on me. So it just really it's really good with marketing myself, People see Jazzy, they see a wolf. I could put it on a T-shirt. People are gonna, even if they don't know who I am, they'll still see the wolf.
Right.
And it still resembles me in a way. So
they can make that identification, right? That connection.
It's really good for marketing purposes. So it's good to as an artist to have a good logo or something about you that stands out and makes you unique. So
no, for sure.
I guess in my case, it's the wolf.
Right.
Right.
In some of my songs, I'll put like a wolf howling. I do like a wolf like howl, like ad lib sometimes. So yeah, you guys will hear it. I'm getting ready to release a song called Company pretty soon. So new music coming soon. You can hear some of my music on the radio. They play it on every now and then on 104.7 The Drop.
Okay.
Shout out The
Some
Drop.
of my songs. Yeah, shout out The Drop. They really show a lot of love to local artists.
Yep,
A lot of love. So if you're a local artist, you want to get your music on the radio, definitely reach out to the Drop. 104.7. They have a way you can submit your music right on the website, too.
Or shit, they could even submit it to Sin. She DJs for them all the time. You know what I mean? She's always,
Oh, yeah.
looking
See,
for
that's
new
what's
music.
up. Yeah.
You know
Hit
what
your
I'm saying?
DJs up. Definitely send your DJs music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing. I was actually thinking about that shit the other day. And I have a lot of DJ homies, and I know there's a lot of DJs out there. But how many DJs out there are really dropping new music, like breaking music? Like back in the day, people would break music. You get an exclusive. I'd get an exclusive from Jazzy Wolf. Ain't nobody got that
and
shit.
The DJ's
and I'm dropping it
sponsoring
at the party or on the radio or I'm fucking breaking it.
That's not really
you know
a
what I
thing
mean?
anymore.
Like K-Tone does that
Yeah.
shit. Shout out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there's not many people that are really like getting shit like that. And
Or they
I
sponsor
don't get
somebody's
it.
mixtape.
Yeah.
They host a mixtape.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, I got this DJ hosting my mixtape.
Yeah,
And
because
the
I mean,
DJ will drop their mixtape.
I can get the same song from everyone, from the same person. You know what I mean? It's like, but you
Yeah.
you got to take it to that next level.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit different now. Like you got to really like reach out to DJs and have your song ready in a DJ format and have your song be mixed and mastered in like a DJ way, so you can
True
send it to
that.
them and you got to really ask them like, hey, can you spin my music? That's how it is now.
Yep.
Right.
You got to be more personal.
The game has definitely changed.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So what kind of stuff you got coming up here in the future? I did hear the song that you and Kid Astronaut did. Shout out
Yeah,
Kid
that Lemon
Astronaut.
Kush. Yeah,
Lemon
shout out
Kush.
to Kid Astronaut.
How did that come
he's
about?
Dope. I guess I was just always going to GBL. I was always going there and just creating and just making music. And Kid Astronaut was working on music a lot at the time too. And he has a really good voice.
Yeah.
And I told him like, wow, your voice is just super good. Like we should totally like collab one day. I don't have a lot of music with any male artists or male singers, So one day he just kind of asked me like, hey, you should get on this song. You should sing the hook. And I was like, I'm down. So then he sent it to me, and then I wrote it. And he don't really even smoke weed like that. I remember at the time, I think he didn't smoke like a lot.
Right.
He does smoke, but just not
he
like
still
I
don't
did at
smoke
the
a
time.
lot.
My
Yeah,
smoke
he's-
is a lot.
He's still
So
chilling.
I was really good for it, and he arranged like this like photo shoot for the cover. The cover came out really good.
Right.
I'm really happy how the cover came out. And the photographer, she did a really great job editing it. And yeah, we performed it at Herman's Hideaway one time.
That's dope.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
alright.
Kid Astronauts, he's a dope artist.
Yeah, he's super dope.
Is there any other like you said, being that you don't work with too many male singers? Is there any other singers out there, maybe rappers you'd like to work with?
Drake, Chris Brown.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, it's not a
For
bad
sure.
too.
You know what I'm
you know what I mean?
saying?
Definitely.
If you're out there listening,
Start at the top.
Young and Ace,
That's my guy.
NBA young boy. You know what I'm saying? I want to go up there, but no, local artists. I'm definitely open to working with more local artists. It would be dope. There's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely at a stage now in my career where I charge for features now. So
what's
it's
that run you, if you don't mind me asking?
right now, as I'm not really charging too much. I do like 300 for hooks and then like 500 for the verse, depending on what the artist wants. I just did a couple. I just did a hook and a verse for somebody. Her name is Little D.
Okay.
Coming soon. And the good thing about me is getting verses from me is I can mix and audio engineer myself, and then when you come to the studio, you could book the session with me. So then we could actually like create the song together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of a lost art, right?
Yeah.
But it makes it easier when you're the engineer.
Yeah, I love it. I really do love it. It's fun for me. I watch YouTube videos on it and really just try to perfect my craft so I could do it myself. Because, I don't have a lot of patience. I know, like Roger, he records most of my music. Noel, he would record it too. And I know they would be probably irritated with me because I'm just, I know how it works.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know all the buttons that they have to push. They just could mix it way better than
Right.
I could mix it,
Have a little
at the
better ear.
time. But the way I record is I want to do things over and over and over again. I'm like, redo. So I know I think I feel better and more comfortable when I'm able to just do it myself because
Right.
then I feel like I'm not telling somebody what to do.
Right.
I
100
hate doing
times.
that, having to tell them, okay, do this, do that. And they already know what they're doing in a sense, but I'm so fast, I'm so hands-on that,
Right.
it's better. So usually how I make music now is I'll record myself, I'll mix it the way I want it to have it mixed, and then I'll just have Roger come and just master it. and just kind of just tweak everything and just make sure it's going to be perfect. And then as he's doing it, I'll watch him. I make him explain to me everything he's doing as he's doing it and stuff. And
do that and take notes, you know?
Yeah, that's what I do. It's a good way to learn. And also being an artist, it's one thing to just sing on the beat in public, you know, or just at home. To have headphones on and be in a microphone and to have effects affiliated with your voice, that's a whole nother art in itself. And it's easier for rappers than it is singers, you know, because you have to have a different breath control. You're not as comfortable than you would be all the times you practice it at home in the mirror. So being able to record myself and to just know the way stuff works really helps me be able to perfect the way I'm recording it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because I just know.
Because you know what you like and you know what you want to hear.
I know what I like. I know what I want to hear. Yeah, and it took a lot for me to know. Like, when I first was recording, I remember I would go to the studio with some of my friends before I really knew what I was doing, and they would get on the mic, and I would, like, feel like in my head I sounded like trash.
Right.
So I'd be like, this is not how I sound when I go home. And so having that studio in my room and being able to really be on the microphone and being able to play with auto-tune and just different effects and just EQ and like compressing. Yeah, it really helps a lot. So that's one thing. And being an engineer too, I can definitely say like every artist is different in the way that they record.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like some people, they like just start out recording and you can definitely tell. And that's why it's important when you're an engineer to also, you got to be a little bit of an artist because sometimes they need a little bit of creative direction, just good suggestions and good input that's going to also make them be better as an artist and make sure it's going to be good. Some engineers just sit there and hit the record button.
Right, it's getting paid.
You know, I could be singing it flat and I can't hear it because I'm so stuck in it, and you need to be able to be honest with me and be like, that one's kind of flat, do it again. Right. You know, so make sure I know I could get it right, you know, because it's important to have other people's opinion. Some people say, I do music because it's for me, it's what I love. And when you're in this industry, that's one thing, but you got to really be able to take good criticism. You got to know what's going to make a hit record and going to really reel people in. And sometimes it's not always what you like.
No, not at all.
You might be like, this is fire. But you play it for a bunch of people and they're like, no, it's not.
Even like the song I played for you earlier, like when I put that shit out, I was like, this is the whole thing. And now that I've listened to it like 10 years later, a million times, I'm like, should have stopped right here. Should have been like, pause.
Definitely.
Have a good day.
Definitely.
You know.
That's why I'm glad I was patient as an artist. I definitely could have put out a lot of tracks that weren't my best. Right. And just being in a rush. I almost did a lot of times, but all the tracks that I put out, I put a lot of time into making sure it sounded good and good enough to where I can take it to a record label and I feel proud to play it for them and be like, this is who I am. This is Jazzy Wolf, and you need to give me a record deal right now. You know, if it's not good enough for you to take it to somebody like that, then you go back to the studio, or else you're only doing it for the love of music, and I guess maybe you don't care about the money. Right. But I don't always care about. I don't care about the money necessarily all, but I really want to be successful. Right. You know, I wanted to pay my bills. I want to have fun. I want to be able to tour, and make a difference with my music, and have money to be comfortable. Right. You know, I don't want to work no 9 to 5.
No, yeah, that shit sucks. You know what I mean? I was gonna say, you sound like a perfectionist.
Yeah, definitely.
And you sound like you know what you want, and just seeing how you record your own self, and just, you know what I mean, got that down packed, kind of says a lot about you. You know what I mean?
I'll lock myself in the studio by myself, and I'll just like freestyle on it. I'll go on there, I'll do some hums, and then I just kind of make a song out of it. And sometimes I make songs I'm like, this is not it, and I throw them away. You know, and then I kind of take the ones that I feel like are great, and those are the ones I perfect. I add more verses to them if they need to.
Start building them up. Start building the pyramid.
Yeah. So far, the ones that I've been performing are the ones that I feel like are the ones I'm going to put my all into. Like Company, I'm getting ready to do a music video for it. Okay. So I'm really excited about that.
What are some of your favorites that you're performing right now? that they
Company
can search for
and-
and listen to?
Well, out right now I have Beautiful Nightmare, and then I have 2023, and then Company is coming soon. Then I have like an older track, Golden. Everybody loves it. It's so old. Maybe now it's probably like 5 years old.
Ain't that old?
People love that song though. They still listen to it. They still hit me up. It still gets the most plays, I think. But I have Beautiful Nightmare, which is more like an EDM, like pop sort of vibe, like R&B-ish kind of song. And then I have 2023, which is like an Afro beat, which is different from what I was doing before. But I always had like a reggae sort of voice. People would always tell me, you sound kind of like reggae-ish, like you should do reggae. So then I kind of adapted in like that Afro pop. So I would like identify myself as like a pop artist, I guess.
Okay.
Because then you could take pop. There's pop R&B, there's pop Afro pop. You know what I'm saying? And then there's just pop.
Pop. I had some, but I can't even remember now. It's that weed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I was going to tell you,
Mama got you high. You got me high for
I'm
sure.
high too.
we're all
I'll be
stuck
all-
like Chuck, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, who are some of your influences as far as like singers growing up, like kind of people you saw that kind of...
Man, that's one is so hard for me to answer. It always like switched around. I guess growing up, I listened to like a lot of like Amy Winehouse, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, Beyonce, Rihanna, you know. But like I always made my own music. Like I never really got stuck on like one artist.
Trying to copycat or anything like that?
Yeah, like I never was like stuck on one artist. Like all those artists I named for you, like I guess I know their songs, but I don't know. I was never like into it. Like feel like my boyfriend knows more songs than I do, like throwback like R&B songs than I do. He knows more artists than I do, probably. You know, because I listen to a lot of like my own music and like local music and I don't know. Listen to a lot of. I like The Weeknd. I like Drake.
Who are some of your local favorites you be bumping?
Local favorites. This is a hard one. I guess I don't really listen to a lot of local artists, to be honest with you. I support local artists, you know. Like I know like Doobie Newton, he's a good artist. I would listen to a lot of his songs. You know, Kid Astronaut, the songs that I like aren't out yet.
Right.
They're the songs I just get like a peep of in the studio. I just heard him working on it the other day. You know, like Roger's a good artist too, but he don't even drop a lot of his music.
Right. Now,
You know.
talking about that, me and Elvis have actually, these last couple of weeks, everyone coming through has been playing new music, right, Elvis?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We got Namek, we got
Yeah.
Ghosts, we
All
got
kinds
who
of
else?
stuff. PH,
Fucking just earlier,
everybody.
just fucking
Paperboy P.
Paperboy P, like just playing new shit with Nay Renee. You got like 4 or 5 songs.
You know, yeah,
like-
Nay Renee is a good artist too. And you know, I do my Wolf Wednesdays every Wednesday, so I guess I see a lot of local artists.
Right.
Like people I never even heard of. You know, come into my Wolf Wednesdays and they do their music. It's different people every Wednesday, surprisingly.
Right, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? It's so we have some regulars, but for the most part, it's mostly like different people that come in. So I hear a lot of like local talent. There's a lot of good artists out there.
That's
They don't
dope.
have no music out. You know, like Kalaya Nairi, she's one of my favorite local artists, but she don't have a lot of music out. A lot of people know who she is. You know, but all her songs that I have a lot of her songs because I'm friends with her, so she sends them to me.
Right.
But they're not out, so only I listen to them.
See?
You know, but hopefully one day
You
she'll drop
need to
them.
tell her to break that and start
I
putting it out
do.
to the
I do tell her, but
masses.
she's a perfectionist like me.
Right.
So she wants everything to be perfect, and I don't know, for her idea of perfect in my eyes, I'd be like, girl, it is perfect, but for her, it's not.
Right.
So you gotta every artist is different. You know, you
True
can't
that,
rush
but-
it. You know, it's not, and it's also not for everybody. Some people don't really want it. Like I don't like. She's not really for the fame.
Right.
You know, I don't think she wants a lot of clout. You know.
It's
A
not
lot
her
of
steez.
people knowing who she is and where she's at, and a lot of eyes on her. I don't think she's like that.
Nah.
You know,
She's
it's
just
not
kind of
for
on the
everybody.
low. Just wants to make some good music. Maybe let a couple people listen to it, you know?
Like Sia,
Yep.
she didn't want to be known. She hid her face from the world for years. She wore wigs that covered her whole face because she wanted to still go in public.
And perform,
and
but
be
not
a normal person.
Okay.
And her music was blowing up.
Damn.
She actually used a child, like some girl, I can't remember how old she was, to be her face. So that way she didn't have to take the spotlight because she had such bad social anxiety. She didn't do well in front of people that she felt more comfortable hiding her face.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could Google it and read about it. I was just watching about it recently. Yeah. Chance the Rapper shouted her out in one of her songs. He's like, my kids just like Sia. You can't see her. Because she did that for so long. And eventually she came out into the public and said this is who she is. But, some people just want to be behind the scenes. Like even some artists now, like they end up going behind the scenes. And they make they become ghostwriters. And
so, some people ain't built for the fame, and some people don't want it.
Sometimes
like
even me, I think about it like, man, I don't know if I can handle this. Like at one point being in San Diego, I used to perform a lot, and I used to go to a lot of open mics. And I knew a lot of people, so I would be in like parties, I'd be in clubs, and people like, are you Jazzy Wolf? And they would know my music and ask me about my music. So then that's when I started realizing like, dang, I gotta like really carry myself as Jazzy Wolf everywhere I go. I can't be like normal and going out and getting wasted
Or doing some
and
stupid
wilding
shit.
and being stupid because people are gonna see it. They might record it.
Right.
It's gonna come back around on me, and it's gonna have a part in how people see me. And that was always important to me too as an artist, is my image. I don't want to be out here looking crazy.
Right.
So that's when I
On
started
TMZ
realizing
and
like,
shit.
man, I gotta really just like carry. Sometimes out here though, I'll go out places and people recognize me from like in school and they'll call me my real name. It's funny, but even sometimes people I don't know, they'll be like, aren't you that singer girl, Jazzy Wolf? One time I said no.
Right. Just leave me.
Because
alone.
I just feel like I don't want to talk about music.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's like
saying?
your
I'm
9 to
just trying
5
to chill.
almost.
Like, I don't even want to talk. Like, don't talk to me.
Nah, the homie's like
know?
that. The homie Lorenzo, shout out, he's a dope tattoo artist, like black and gray, and like he works and he doesn't want to talk about tattoos out of that. Cause
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
That's like my boyfriend.
I
He
hate
don't
that
want to
shit.
talk about it.
I don't like to talk about
When I first met him, like, I didn't know him that well. So, like, when I would take him out places, I would tell people, oh, yeah, he's a tattoo artist.
you're like,
And everybody's like, I
Don't
need
tell him.
tattoos. I need this. I
Yeah.
need that.
Can
do
you cover
tattoos?
this up? Can you
do
cover
this?
that
Yeah,
up?
and then
Like,
he had to tell me, don't tell people I do tattoos. I do cars. I was like,
Quit
okay,
blowing my
yeah,
cover,
I get
homie.
it. No, I totally understand it, being an artist, because people always want to ask you, so how long you been doing music? That's like the number one question. So when did you start doing music? And then it's just like, I'm talking about music, and it's fun. Sometimes I enjoy it when it's networking, but when I'm out with my friends and I'm partying, I'll be like, man, I'm on my glasses.
right.
I'm just a normal girl.
I got kind of like a funny little story about that, talking about my homie Lorenzo. We went to Von Miller's crib for about a week to tattoo this guy from like 6 at night till probably like 6 in the morning.
12 hours.
And the whole time we were there, I swear the fucking radio was on like fucking a million. Like it was like the club. So for that whole time, like the whole life. And I told my homie like the next day, I was like, you know why the music's so loud? And he's like, why? I was like, because you don't want to talk. He just wants to get tattooed. Like, and you figure you make sense. Like the music blaring, I can't talk to him. Like I can talk to him, but it's like it's dead shit.
Oh my God.
Where the music's off, then it's a whole.
Then they gonna talk.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to. I just want to
funny.
get tattooed.
Right.
Do your job, and that's what it was. And the homie did his job.
That's
you know,
so funny.
Laughed, but like it was crazy.
No,
Shout
I
out.
could totally understand that.
Like like you said, you get
So
bombarded with that
awkward.
shit, like just like a million questions. And right now, I just don't want to answer a million questions,
Right.
homie.
Absolutely.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Definitely.
So yeah, I definitely see how that both of you guys just
Because, like I said, when you're in the zone, you just don't want to, talk. You know what I mean? When you're in
I'm
the
trying to
zone.
smoke this blunt.
Yeah, I'm just trying to chill.
Like,
And
you
if
know,
I
I'm
want to
here
talk
to
about
do my
it,
job, just
I don't want to talk about my job.
Or I'll
Right.
bring it up. You know what I
You
mean?
know
But
what I'm
yeah.
saying? This is what I do all the time, and so you gotta also think about it like you gotta be nice to people. They're not looking at it like they're bothering you. You know what I'm saying? They just are honest and they just want to know what you got going on. So, Yeah.
They
We
just
don't go out that much.
they just want to know what's up. They want to
Yeah.
you know.
So that's why I just try to separate myself and just know like when is like a networking event, when is the time to go out and be social, and then when is the time to focus and work. You know, you got to know.
It's
when to
always
separate
networking.
it. Yeah, it's always
Even when it's
networking.
not.
Yeah, it's true. I'm
Fucking-
always on my phone doing stuff on my phone.
I'm always just, man, it seems like lately just been meeting so many people that want to connect and got shit going on. It's
Yeah.
just like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. You should come to my Wolf Wednesdays.
I'm about to. I might be
There's
there
a
this
lot
Wednesday.
of artists that come. This Wednesday is a lot of signups. Yeah.
Where's it at again?
It's at this place called the Monkey Barrel. It's 4401 Tejon Street, Tejon Street.
Right in the north.
44th and Teon.
Yeah, it's like 44th and like right off Federal, like 44th and
Yeah.
Federal. Yeah.
What
It's
time
nice
does it start?
though.
Close
It
to
starts around 7:30. Like that's what time the doors open, but I usually start throwing people up there around like 8:15.
Literally
people
throwing
get
them,
there.
pick them up, just throwing them on stage.
Yeah,
You've been
just
working
like
out.
that. Yeah, we throw them up there, throw the mic at them, and
Nice.
tell them to break a leg,
Get it.
and then everybody watches them do it.
Ready, go.
Hell yeah. How did that
Yeah.
come along?
Well, the owner of the Monkey Barrel, he's a good friend of my mom's. So we known him for a while, and I always wanted to do an open mic. I used to go to open mics a lot in San Diego. That's like how I got my foot in the door as an artist. That's how I met a lot of the people that I knew in California, was
Right.
just through networking and going to open mics, and
Just
it
shining.
completely killed my stage presence. You know, I wasn't afraid to be on the stage anymore. I would go up there, I would sing covers at first. I would just find somebody who played the guitar. I would just tell them to just play. Sometimes I would just freestyle play, and then I would just kind of catch along. And I would just do it all the time, and it really just opened up a lot of doors for me. It made me not to be so afraid to be on the microphone. It taught me how to network and just meet people and build from there. So I felt like we needed something like that in Colorado. There's a lot of open mics here already, but most of the open mics are like acoustic music, people playing their guitars, people playing their piano, and it's not really like rap music and like hip hop music and
Right.
like a younger crowd. So I wanted to create something that was kind of more, it is all ages, although there is a full bar. So it is more like an older crowd, more people who are like 21 and up drinking. But if younger folks do want to come, they can come
that's
and get
dope.
on the microphone. I thought about doing a youth night or something like that. But yeah, it's a really good open mic, and I just kind of asked this guy, my mom's friend, one day, and if I could do my open mic there, and he was like, yeah, we'll kind of test it out. I brought my manager involved, Mike, and Mike kind of like negotiated it for me, and then we secured Wolf Wednesdays because he said Wednesday open. I didn't know what I was gonna call it yet, so then the kind of Wolf Wednesdays, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. So
Hell
yeah, and then I've been doing it for like 3 months now.
Congrats.
In the beginning, it wasn't really that big. It was like I remember I was getting discouraged. It was like 3-4 people coming and signing up, and then it would be like a lot of signups, but then nobody would come, and I'd be like, oh my god. And then I kind of just kept doing it, and then at the end, I stopped it for like 2 weeks. But then right before the 2 weeks, that's when kind of like more people started to come. And then I think like that 2-week break, I promoted it a lot. I paid for an ad. I ran an ad on Instagram that I actually paid for that targeted people in Denver. So I think that helped a lot. And then yeah, as more people started coming. I have somebody host it every single Wednesday. So I put like a local artist on it to give them like some spotlight. I throw them on the flyer and just kind of promote them. They get a longer set than everybody else does, and then they host it if they want. But if they don't want to host it, they don't have to. Last Wolf Wednesdays we had a comedian host it. That was pretty dope. He was really funny.
Okay.
And yeah, now it's big. This Wednesday we got like 15 people signed up. So and a lot of the times more people sign up when they get there. They be like, how do I sign up? So.
Sounds real dope. Can't wait to check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta come through. If you're a local artist, you do music, or if you just want to enjoy local talent, come to Wolf Wednesdays. It's a lot of good music, you know, and it's just interesting to see everybody express themselves, you know, in like a safe place, and to hear everybody's music. The diversity gets crazy in there. It's a lot of different stuff.
I'm gonna have to get my free flow skills up.
Yeah, anybody's welcome
You
to
hear
get
that,
on
Elvis?
the
I can
mic.
sign up for free.
All right.
Yeah, it's a free event.
All right.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, there is an open bar though, so if you do come, try to get a little drink from the bar.
He said open bar. Hold on, open bar. You mean like
Not an open bar. I'm
free
sorry, a full bar.
I was like, yeah, I was like,
A full
open bar.
bar.
Hold up, like,
An open
dang.
bar.
That
See,
shit's
that's how
open.
you
That
know
shit
I'm
packed.
high.
That's how you get
Where's
in
the open
trouble.
bar?
No,
That's what Wolf said.
That's how you get
No.
That's how you
If
get
it's gonna
everybody
get
there.
people, if it's gonna get people to come, it's a open bar. No, I'm just kidding.
Not a full bar.
You
It's
just gotta
a
pay
full
for your
bar.
drinks.
Yeah, just pay for
be
your
It's an
smoking
drinks.
open
Come
bar where you
through.
gotta pay for your
You can
drinks.
smoke your weed outside.
Smoking in the parking lot.
Yeah. No, you could smoke right outside, and
Oh, they got a
you
little
can
patio?
Still hear the music. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all
Pretty
right.
good little setup. Yeah, I'm proud of it.
That's real dope, man. Hey, you got anything in the works right now?
Yeah, I guess
Besides-
just my music video for company. I'm getting ready to shoot that at the end of this month. And then
Do you have a concept for that, or you're still in the pre?
I do have a concept for it. So the song is called Company. The main line is like, sometimes I need company, sometimes I need space. And in the beginning of the song is like a phone call. So I was thinking it's going to be like a party theme where like it's going to be a bunch of people celebrating. I'm be like, thank you so much, everybody, for coming here to celebrate this special moment. Thank you so much for being here. And then I'll be like, okay, DJ, play the song. And then the song will start, and then I'll make a phone call because it's a real actual like phone ringing and getting sent to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to show him in the video in like a car, my boyfriend, and then it'll show him ignoring my call. And then the song will start, and then I'm gonna be all pissed. I'm gonna throw my phone, and then I'm gonna walk out, and then it's a bunch of people at the party just like celebrating, and the song's gonna start, and I think I'm gonna have like real like salsa dancers and like couples come and like dance, and everybody's gonna be dancing together, and then they're gonna start like cheer me on, and it'll be like a party vibe, like sometimes I need company, and then he's just gonna like show up at some point. And I'm still kind of getting the vision together, but so far it's going to be like party themed. Then I'll have some B-roll of like dancers because that's one of the songs that I do for my set. So I do already have like a dance routine for it. So I'll probably do B-roll of like us with like a nice green screen black background with like maybe something just blue or maybe somewhere nice or something look good in the back and just dancing.
Yeah, sounds like you definitely have a vision.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first like official like music video that I really like put together myself. I have another music video out for Beautiful Nightmare that City Roots did, but it was kind of just like a feature that I did for them. It wasn't like a serious music video that like we like planned out. It was kind of this thing where I knew I was gonna film it. That kind of just showed up and we just kind of put it together, and they featured it on their website. I was the cover on their magazine for City Roots. So yeah, shout out to City Roots. They show a lot of love to local artists. So if you want to get some love there, shout out to City Roots. And then yeah, this is gonna be my first video, so I'm really excited.
That's
Oh
dope.
yeah, dropping here soon in a couple of weeks or what?
Dropping here soon. I'm gonna put it on the radio, 104.7 soon.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on the master to be done, which probably gonna be done in like a couple days. And I got the my metadata is done for it already. That's important for artists. If you don't know what metadata is, if you don't have metadata for each and every one of your songs that's out, it's very important to know your numbers, your ISRCs, your ISWCs, all those important numbers that are affiliated with your song. You need to know them. You can buy your own ISRCs actually from the website. I think it's like isrc.gov or something like that. You could buy them
Is that a
yourself.
barcode?
Yeah, it's like a special number. It's almost like copywriting your song. So when
Right.
you put it out, let's say it does blow up, when you have your own ISRC, like DistroKid or like TuneCore can put it to you, give it to you yourself, but then they own that number.
And they get a piece.
So
yeah.
technically they own part of your song. So let's say you get a Billboard record. They're going to want to know who owns the ISRC. That's how they're going to identify your song. It's like a barcode in a sense, along with some other numbers. But they would call DistroKid and tell DistroKid about the song. So if you own your own ISRC, that just, I don't know, it gives you a lot of power. It is important to that's not the only number that you need to have. I can't think of all of them in my head right now. There's
What's
like
the
a
IR what's one cost?
or like a UPN. I think it's like $100.
So $100 a song?
$100. No, $100 for like 100 ISRC codes.
Oh,
100 for 100. Yeah, it's not that
Oh,
expensive.
Yeah, handle that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's
For
not
real.
that bad. Yeah, and a lot of
Dollar
artists
for
don't
one.
know this. Like, I usually
real.
don't even tell a lot of people this, but it's important information to know, and I only know it because I really spent a lot of time researching it. Like, this is like months and months of me, and not even months, years of me going on Google and researching how do you release a song. Like most artists don't know to that when you not only when you release a song you got to put it on DistroKid, but you also need to submit your song to BDS.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know what BDS is. You could Google it. BDS is like I think it's
Analytics,
broadcasting digital systems or something like that, and that's how your music gets on the radio. That's how you get nominated for billboards. And stuff like that. So it's really important to make sure you follow all the steps to releasing your song in a way that you're going to own it all around, because then you lose your money, you know, if you're not releasing it right. And when you lease a beat, got to make sure you know how much money you're going to get, because most leases are like, you get 100% of the earnings up until 10,000 streams.
Mm-hmm.
That's not enough.
That's not shit.
You know, and then they get everything after that. So it's important to know, like, to just really just be in ownership of your music. If you're really like, unless you don't care and you're doing it because this is what you love, then just don't worry about none of this. Continue doing what you love. But if you're really trying to be in the industry, be successful at this, and make hit records, it's really important to follow a certain format. You got to market yourself a certain way. You got to know your demographic. Because if you don't know this stuff, you're not going to make it anywhere. Right. It's not just because you're talented and you have a good talent. There's talented people everywhere. And they're not going to make it anywhere because they're not following the right steps. They're not investing money into their career. Right. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a team with them that supports them. And, you know, it's just important to just, it's a career in itself. I feel like there should be a college for like how to be an independent artist. Right. I think they have some schools you can take, you know, there's a lot of webinars. I learned a lot of stuff just through watching YouTube videos and just reading blogs. Clubhouse, when the whole Clubhouse vibe was going on, that was extremely useful for me. A lot of the Clubhouse podcasts that I would listen to were just dropping so many gems. Nice. For just how to just drop your music and just all these different stuff you should know about being a good artist, you know? Yeah.
Like you said, it's not just one thing. You can't just rap or sing, and you need the whole ball of wax.
Not everybody could make a hit record, you know? Like, you're a good artist, but can you make a hit record? Right. Can you sell 1 million, you know, can you get 1 million streams? Because at this point, it's not 1 million CDs, it's streams. Can you get 1 million streams? You know, and then when you get them, are people going to follow you? Right. Are they just going to listen to it and never listen to it again? Are they going to want to know who you are and pay for your ticket to your show? You know, you got to really just know how to just do all that stuff. It's hard. It's really hard to just know the right demographic and just know what it takes to just be successful as artists. Yeah, it's not easy.
I feel you. A lot of work. You know, it sounds like you're doing a lot of it, man.
But if you love it, it's great. It's fun work.
Yeah, it
it's not easy. It's times I felt like I wanted to quit.
A million times.
A million times. It's like times I feel like I couldn't write a song. So I'm like, man, I can't write a song. I'm just gonna quit music. And the next day I'll write a song. I'll just get back to it. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Sometimes I wish I could have just went to school. Sometimes I tell them, I'm like, I wish I could just do tattoos or like fix a car, paint a car, charge somebody $5,000, $10,000 to fix their car up and just get that easy money. Right. I wish.
That's hard money too, man.
It's hard though, but it's like my talent is just a little bit different. I don't want to go work at King Soopers. Right. I don't want to work at the call center. Right. Yeah, I used to work for Denver Human Services. Believe it or not, I was processing people's EBT and food stamps and like Medicaid.
You know the homie Cam Shaw. He works the same thing, hooking brothers up. Yep.
Oh yeah, but for me it didn't work out. Oh my God, it was just too much. That's for people that's more passionate. My passion is music. Right. I can't work a job that's so intensive. Even though I was good at it, I'm really good at sales and customer service and data entry and business development. I had a lot of jobs. I've done business development. I had a business development job before. That's a lot, though.
It is. Like, it's that corporate shit.
When I had those jobs, I couldn't make music. My creativity was down. I didn't even want to. By the time I got home, I'm like ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, tired. Like, fuck this
Yeah.
shit.
I lived in LA. I wanted to like drive to LA. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I just want to go sleep.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. You know, sounds like you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going. Just
Yeah.
keep on pushing. You know what I mean?
Thank you so
Oh, yeah,
much.
that's
Yeah, I
super dope.
appreciate you having me on the show.
Definitely appreciate you coming too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to holler at you. You know,
The
for a
weed
minute.
is good.
It is. You can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Thank
put
you.
it in my bong.
Hell yeah.
Roll another backwood.
Enjoy
For
it.
real. I'll probably roll another one when we get home. Call it
Yeah,
a
I
night.
will.
You got any last thoughts? Any kind of shout outs?
Shout out to GBL, Get Busy Living headquarters.
Of course.
If you want to do a sessions, you can book it with me. We got Roger over there, who's also a great engineer, and a couple other great engineers. So there's a good selection, and we got a good deals going on. And yeah, shout out to GBL. That's it.
You got a little acapella or so maybe at the end for us? You got a
Oh
little
my
something?
gosh! After all the smoke you just gave
It's up
me,
to
I
you,
don't
though.
know.
It's up to you. You know what I mean?
Look, my new song coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Company. I guess maybe I'll just sing the hook for that or something like that.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
We appreciate
It's
you.
like, how does it go? It's like, sometimes I need company, sometimes I need space. I'ma tell you right now, I'ma put you in your place. I'ma tell you what I want, I'ma make you say my name. Sometimes I need company, sometimes I need space, yeah. Sometimes I need company, sometimes I need space, yeah, yeah.
Sick.
There you have it,
That's
Jazzy
a
Wolf.
little hook.
That's dope. Hey, we
That's
appreciate
That's
you.
my
you know
new
what I
song
mean?
coming out. I know it could be very relatable for a lot of people. Sometimes you need
Right.
company and sometimes you need space.
Right.
Hey, that's real life.
See, I had to do that, so next
That's
time you're
real
here,
life.
then you've already kind of broken the ice. So next time you'll be ready to freestyle, free flow. You'll get your,
Do a whole
get your,
so-
get your
yeah.
thing on. You know
Yeah,
what I
I'll
mean?
be ready. If you have a good beat ready, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll be ready for a freestyle my next time I come in.
All right, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we definitely appreciate you coming on by, man.
Yeah, thank
you.
you for having
For
me. I
sure.
really
It
do
was
appreciate
definitely
it.
a
This is
pleasure.
a great place to be.
It is. We got a good vibe going over here, and that's what we've been hearing a lot, man. Like, and that's what we're providing over here. Me, Elvis, Sin, and Be
Yeah.
Good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Just
Trying to
trying
make
to
it fun for everybody.
bring it all together and be
Yeah.
high.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
bring you
get
guys
high.
some flyers for my Wolf Wednesdays. I think I got a
Yeah,
couple
please
in
do.
my
Yeah,
car.
definitely gonna check it out. Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
I'll
guys need
bring
to
you
go check
some.
that shit out too.
Yeah, come if you're a local artist, you want to showcase your talent, you come to Wolf Wednesdays. If you're interested in headlining, you got some people that you want to bring to come and see you, you have a new project coming out, or you're just a comedian and you want to host a whole open mic, you can do that. I allow vendors to come and set up like a booth if you want to sell some of your stuff. So I try to show a lot of love to local artists and just bring people to the Monkey Barrel so we can kind of all network and just
We're gonna have to
local
collab.
artists. Yeah.
I have to
That's
collab,
dope.
make it even bigger. You know what I mean? Because I'm all
Yeah.
about the same shit.
Yeah, let's
we
get
all
it.
are. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I want to do a Wolf Wednesdays showcase,
Dope.
like a show, like Wolf Wednesdays, the concert or
Gotcha.
something.
Hell
I've
yeah.
been thinking about it.
Well, there you have it, man. Another episode, Smoking JoeThunder podcast. Elvis Freshleee, DJ Sin, Be Good Dispensaries. We are out of here. Find us everywhere. We will see you when we see you.
Yo,
All right,
peace.
peace.
Bye.